Well, we just took our live product free in July when CNN.com relaunched, and it's been amazing, the growth since then. It's really, we're finding an audience, and frankly, we're trying to figure out who that audience is and what they want. I think, as mentioned a little bit earlier, there's an appetite for, you can go a little bit longer. Believe it or not, there's an appetite. I think people want depth. They want a little more perspective. They're on the web. They're searching for information. The CNN.com audience is typically a fairly well-educated audience, a fairly affluent audience, and so we sort of cater to that audience. They still like a good Britney story, and they want to know what's happening there and with entertainment and those kind of stories, but they're also interested in what's going on in Iraq. So we kind of give a little bit of everything, and I think that audience appreciates that, and so we do very much try to think globally, although, we skew to the domestic side. So we're somewhere in between what maybe the programming of CNN International would be and CNN Domestic. I think we're in the middle. But I think, to your point earlier about raw and nat sound, we let things breathe as much as we can. So if we get in pictures of flooding or tornado damage or things like that, we may just tell them, turn the camera around and let's just see those pictures and let them breathe. And I think that's another thing people on the web appreciate is if they've got the time, it's their choice. We can give them that option, and we have up to four live streams. So we can also put something in a different stream and move on in our other anchored stream and do traditional updates and newscasts and things like that. But in those other streams, we can let things play out. I think that's been helpful with politics too, in that we can carry the speeches end to end. So we're not dipping in, but we're giving you the full Clinton speech or Obama speech or McCain speech. You can get the full story. So I think that's been helpful too. It's interesting, and even some of our correspondents in the field, Sean Caleb's for one, is very good at kind of what we call the walk and talk. So he will go and just show you the scenes. If it's devastation, if it's Katrina aftermath, if it's rebuilding, he'll take you to the site, and he doesn't necessarily have to be a part of that story. He may guide you or just open you up for the tour and then let the camera take you on the journey. And it doesn't have to be about him standing with a microphone in front of a live shot position. So even the reporters in the field, I think, are seeing the interesting and different things they can do with this medium. Even John King, so someone like John King, he does his standard pieces for CNN, but we'll have him on and we'll just have a conversation. John, what's going on in the campaign trail where you are today? And it's just more of a relaxed conversation. It's very informal. Let's just talk. And I think that web audience really appreciates that because we have longer time too. We're not up against the commercial break. We're not up against a Q-tone. So, we can have a conversation. The flip side of that is we'll take that nat sound from the field. So we're out covering all the candidates, or we're covering some other story, floods or something like that. And we'll bring that raw content into the building, and then we'll shape it into a nat package. So it'll be all nat sound, just pictures. And on the website, you can read the text, you can read the story. So we want to complement and not just repeat what's being done on television. So we really are taking advantage of all of those resources coming into the building that CNN is out there gathering all these stories and turning it into unique and different content for the web.